Hello everyone, welcome back to Relief. I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. Today is another episode of the MBTI series, a scenario we've all faced at some point: delayed texts and dating. Okay, so you're getting to know someone, flirting, having a good time, laughing at each other's jokes, receiving compliments, and then suddenly they're taking hours to reply to your text. They're not answering your calls, and those blue check marks just keep staring back at you. It's enough to drive you crazy. What on earth is going on? Are they ghosting you? Have they fallen out of interest? Or are they secretly planning their escape route from this conversation? Now, knowing your MBTI type may hold the key to understanding their silence. Let's dive in. Whether you're a fiery ESTP or a dreamy INFP, we're breaking down how your personality type influences your reaction to those frustrating unanswered messages. When we think we're being ignored, our immediate response can tell us a lot about our personality type. How do you handle uncertainty? Do you jump into action or freeze up completely? Do you analyze every possible reason for their silence or dive into a flurry of reassuring questions? Every type has its own unique approach to feeling unseen. And by understanding these reactions, we can better navigate our relationships and communication styles. Plus, you might gain some insight into why certain behaviors bother you so much in the first place. So if you've ever felt the sting of being ignored or wondered how others react to those dreaded blue bubbles, stick around. We're about to reveal the secrets of your type-specific overreactions. Let's kick it off with introverts versus extroverts. Our energy preferences play a huge role in how we perceive silence. Introverted types like the quiet thinker ISTJ or the insightful analyst INTJ thrive in solitude. They recharge by spending time alone and often prefer written communication. When they don't receive a prompt reply, they're less likely to chase it up. Instead, they stew in their thoughts, analyzing every nuance of the conversation and possibly rereading their messages multiple times trying to find clues about the other person's intentions. On the other hand, extroverts such as the expressive communicator ESFJ or the enthusiastic leader ENFJ are energized by social interaction. They need regular engagement and often feel a deep need to nurture connections. So if an extrovert doesn't get a timely reply, they may start to worry that the other person is losing interest or worse, ghosting them. This can lead to lots of follow-up texts or phone calls until they get the reassurance they crave. Now let's move on to judging versus perceiving. These types are all about how they process decisions and information. Judging types like the organized planner ISTJ or the strategic commander ENTJ prefer structure and closure. They like to wrap things up neatly and make plans for the future. So if they send a message and don't get a reply right away, they may assume something's wrong. They might start wondering if the other person is avoiding them or simply doesn't value their time. In contrast, perceiving types like the spontaneous adventurer ESTP or the flexible INFP operate more fluidly. They're comfortable with open-ended possibilities and often prefer to keep their options open. If they don't get a reply right away, they're usually not too bothered. They may choose to focus on other aspects of their life while waiting for a response, or they may simply accept the uncertainty without letting it affect their overall outlook. Next, we get to the inner drama, thinkers versus feelers. Thinkers like the analytical problem solver INTJ or the independent researcher INTP rely on logic and objective reasoning to make decisions. They often feel more comfortable discussing ideas and theories than emotions and personal experiences. If a thinker sends a message and doesn't get a reply right away, they may assume it's because the other person is busy or simply hasn't seen the message. They're less likely to jump to emotional conclusions or take it personally. On the other hand, feelers like the empathetic advocate INFJ or the supportive listener ESFJ prioritize emotions and personal values when making decisions. They often feel deeply connected to their relationships and are attuned to the feelings of those around them. So if a feeler doesn't get a reply right away, they may start to worry that the other person is rejecting or ignoring them. This can trigger a spiral of negative thoughts and emotions, leading them to feel misunderstood or undervalued. Let's move on to our MBTI roll call for the full breakdown of how each type reacts to being ignored. Idealistic INFPs may retreat into their own thoughts and write a sad song or poem about the experience. Extroverted INFPs may text a friend or family member for reassurance, while introverted INFPs may simply journal about their feelings. Logical INTJs might calculate the likelihood of being ignored based on the other person's past behavior and adjust their expectations accordingly. while the sensitive INFJ may pick up on subtle changes in the other person as communication style and try to understand the underlying reasons for the silence. The practical ISTJ will note the absence of a reply and file it away for future reference, while the adventurous ESTP may decide to flirt with someone else. The charming ENTP might argue with themselves about whether to reach out again before finally sending another message. And the dedicated ESTJ may bluntly ask the other person what's going on. Each type brings a unique lens through which they interpret the world around them. So it's only natural that our reactions to being ignored reflect our individual personalities. For example, the sensing types like the detail-oriented ISTJ or the practical ESTJ may notice changes in the other person, as communication patterns or availability, and adapt accordingly. On the other hand, intuitive types like the imaginative INFP or the visionary ENFP may focus more on the potential meaning behind the silence, often jumping to conclusions based on hunches and gut feelings. So, what does this all mean for you? Understanding how your MBTI type influences your reaction to being ignored can help you navigate relationships more effectively. By recognizing your own tendencies, you can avoid potential misunderstandings and appreciate the different communication styles of those around you. Maybe you'll be an introvert who takes time to process their feelings, or an extrovert who needs frequent reassurance. Perhaps you're a thinker who relies on logic, or a feeler who values emotional connection. Whatever your personality type, knowing how others may react to silence or changes in communication can foster empathy and understanding. It can also help you predict how certain situations might unfold and prepare you for potential challenges. For instance, if you're an introvert who enjoys the security of routine, you may find comfort in knowing that a lack of reply won't necessarily mean disinterest. Similarly, if you're an extrovert who thrives on social interaction, you may choose to proactively seek out conversations rather than waiting for others to reach out. And if you're a thinker who prefers logic over emotion, you may appreciate the clarity that comes from setting expectations or establishing boundaries. But perhaps most importantly, understanding your type-specific reactions to being ignored can provide valuable insight into your own personality and behavior. By reflecting on how you respond to certain situations, you can gain a deeper understanding of your strengths, weaknesses, biases, and motivations. This self-awareness can be the first step toward personal growth and self-improvement, allowing you to better manage your emotions, communicate more effectively, and build stronger relationships. So the next time you find yourself waiting for a reply, take a moment to watch this video ease your mood a little. Embrace your unique perspective and use it to guide you towards more meaningful connections and a deeper understanding of yourself. Let us know your MBTI type and how you may react differently in this situation in the comment section below. Drop your thoughts in the comment below. We'd like to know if is there any MBTI-related topic you want to know, or any love-related topic you want us to discuss further. If you enjoyed today's episode, do not forget to give us a like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more. Thank you for watching. Until next time, we will see you soon.